3:30. Okay, it's 3:35. It's not 3:33 my birth time, but hey, I just want, man, this is huge for me because this, if you're watching this, okay, let me start there. If you're watching this at 3:30 in the morning, man, you probably couldn't sleep. I haven't slept since yesterday, okay? And so if you're up, let me know, have you slept? You might be in a different country, I get that, but maybe you're thinking about your kids sleeping over at your ex's, you don't have your kids with you. I'm a divorced dad, I know all about it. Or maybe you're staring at some court papers, maybe you got served recently and you can't take your eyes off and you're rereading the divorce papers. I don't know, maybe you're wondering all kinds of different things. Maybe you're depressed. Maybe you don't think you're worth anything and you're thinking about taking your final exit off this existence. I don't know. I was born at 3:33 a.m. just like 3 minutes ago. Not my birth, I mean, but anyway, about 20 years ago, I was normally up around this time, still stressing about having to go to work. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And I've learned a few things since in those 20 years. I know that the reason that you cannot sleep right now is it's what's happening is your mind knows the stuff that needs to do, but your heart, oh, the stuff that you believe about yourself is not in sync. Okay, and you've got this like war going on between the stuff up here and the things in your heart. Oh, your mind knows the stuff to do, but your heart somehow or another tells you that you're worthless. And so you stay stuck. And there's a gap that happens between the mind and the heart. We're going to talk about the gap. We're going to talk about being able to close the gap. Oh, and this to me is a huge thing because I've been working on this for some time now, and I wanted, man, this 3:33 in the morning. I'm a grace child. I was born on a Wednesday, so I'm here helping divorced dads, moms of divorce, kids of divorce, helping you close the gap between your mind and your heart. And if you're thinking, man, I know all these things that, I know things I need to do, but my heart is not in it, this live is for you. Look, there's a scripture. It's Sunday, okay? We're talking scripture. It's my live. I can do that if I would like to, and I would like to share a scripture with you. It's in Proverbs. I don't know the exact chapter and verse, but it says this: as a man or woman thinks in his or her heart. Ooh, as you think in your heart. Who the heck thinks in their heart? I don't know, but we're going to get there. As you think in your heart, so you shall become. So you become. What does that mean? It means if you want to become something different, you've got to be able to close the gap between your mind and your heart. How do you do that? How do you do that? Your heart, your beliefs, your emotions are in your heart. What about what's in your head? You know what to do, but what happens when they're not aligned? They're not connected. There's a gap between the two. And if you keep your mind motor in neutral, all you're going to do is run through the thoughts, and you're going to be awake at 3:33 in the morning, like me. Okay, I was at work. They said, "Hey, we don't need you. Machines are busted. Get out of here." So I'm out of here, and now I'm here helping you guys, the moms of divorce, the dads of divorce, at 3:33 in the morning, to be thinking a different way. Because if you have a disconnect, I see Dove Davison says hi. Hey, Dove. I don't think it says Dave. I wanted to say Dave, but I think it says Dove. In any case, if you've got that disconnect between your mind and your heart, man, what do? Because you know the stuff. You go to church, you go to a seminar, you hear that, you read a book, You go to this, you go to that, and you learn all these good things, but then you don't end up doing them. Why? Why? And that gap, why is the gap there? Oh, and that's what we're talking about, right? To me, the gap, I talk about an engine, a mind motor, a diesel engine, starting from cold start. And what do you got to do? You got to have a key to start the engine. It's going to take some electrical power to get the engine to turn over. It's the same thing when I give you an idea. It's like giving you the key to your mind motor. And you're going to take this idea of this gap. There's a gap between, anybody know anything about engines and transmissions and rear ends? Well, your mind motor is like that diesel engine. Your mind motor is built for the long haul. I mean, it's powerful up here. There's a lot of power up here. But how do we get that power to where we're going to do things differently? How are we going to get that power to our hands, to our feet, to be able, to our mouth, to say things that we want to say so that others will understand us? Instead of having the arguing back and forth and the divorce happening, how in the hell can we do that? And that's what this live is about, is closing the gap. Because if you know anything about it, there's a flywheel. Mechanics, I'm not a mechanic, but I know there's a gap between what the engine does when it's in neutral. There's a gap there between the flywheel and the clutch plate that engages the transmission, okay? And when you've got it in neutral, your mind motor can just go, whoa! You can just have all kinds of thoughts going crazy. And I can give you ideas, and you think and focus on that for a minute, and it's, we got yeah boy. We got, man, I should have a talk show. I have a talk show. It's right here on YouTube, live, 3:33 in the morning. I've got a talk show right now, 3:33 p.m. every single day. I can't do the 3:33 a.m. every single morning because I'm a shift worker. All right. So look, the gap. How do we close it? It's a clutch that lets that gap close, right? And you engage the transmission. How do we close the gap so we can engage the heart, and so that we can think in our hearts, so that we can become a better mom, so that we can become a better dad for our kids? Oh man. I'm seeing some reactions. How do we get there? How can we be a better mom, a better dad, a better kid of divorce, a better grandparent of divorce? It's by closing the gap. Yesterday, Saturday, we talked about the science of how this all works. There's scientific proof about what I'm talking about right now, the gap. And the starting of an engine is just like our minds and our hearts, our mind motors, our heart transmission. And if you want to get your lazy rear end, like me, if you're anything like me, you got a lazy rear end that likes to sit down a lot. I spent almost a year sitting there watching Netflix. Netflix was in my driver's seat. And I spent about a year there watching Netflix, okay? After the rollover, the rig rolled over, the real rig, yeah, that was me, all right? And there was this gap that stayed there, and my mind was going crazy, and I did nothing but sit on the couch watching Netflix, show after show. And I was doing this too. I was scrolling on the phone. Oh, yeah. I'm an addict. I'm addicted to the dopamine. All right. So how do you get to becoming, you feel worthless, don't we? I do. I did even just a little over a year ago. Sitting on the couch, I was feeling worthless. My mind knew the stuff that I needed to be doing. I needed to be getting up. I needed to get a different job. I needed to be able to get a better paying job. All these things. How do we connect them? How do we get them connected to do it? Here's the thing, and it's going to come down to, the hands are coming. You're going to, on one side, you've got the destroyer hand, the left hand. You can do nothing. You can just stay in neutral, and you can let your mind motor do its thing without ever connecting to your heart, and you will sit there on the couch watching Netflix like I did. Or what if your heart you get this idea in your mind, this weird, crazy, ugly mug dude that keeps coming on at 3:33 in the morning and 3:33 in the afternoon is going to give you an idea about how to not be stuck in the ditch anymore. Whoa, what? And give you an idea of how to become a better dad, a better mom for your kids. What if, in closing the gap, it has to do with looking at that gap and going, hey, you got to realize where you are and go from what's the point anyway, or to having some kind of love and caring for your kids. On the left-hand side, you're forgetting something. You're forgetting about the kids. You're forgetting about your responsibilities. You're just being lazy and you're letting things go because of the gap. The gap. Ouch. The gap. And then once you close, here's the thing. Oh man. I know you're awake, guys. I don't know what is that? Is that number one? Yeah, boy. Hey, I'm number one. I like that finger. When I got called with the other finger a lot, but that finger, I like that one. Look, you might be awake because of your ex, or I don't know. You think you're awake because of your ex, or because of the court, or because of all the stuff going on. That's not the reason you're awake right now, guys. The reason you're awake is because of the conflict, because of the gap. There's no connection between the mind and the heart. That's the reason you're still awake. Oh, see, I look back at the times that I was doing this, and that gap in my mind going crazy in a bad way. All the nasty thoughts and the rage and all those things, the destructive things going on because of the gap, because I wasn't thinking in my heart. Oh. A man thinks in his heart, he has a belief that he can begin to develop or build. You can build a better belief. If it's the natural man, it's the destructive, it's the left hand to believe that you're worthless. I'm going to say that again. It's the natural man. It's the lazy man. It's the destroyer man that feels like you're worthless. The truth, the right hand truth is that you're a dad, you're a mom, and you're worth everything to your kids. How do you fix that? How did I fix it? How did I fix it? Oh, years ago with my first divorce that went on, it took me a decade to, and I don't know if I'm totally fixed yet. I'm fixing stuff right now, my friend. I'm guessing that's Jose Miguel Constanando. Are we talking Espanol aquí? Yeah, so how did I? Oh, see, now you're asking the question of how. You're asking the strategy. I would say why. I focused on the why. Oh yeah. Hey, we got someone that subscribed off of the live. I love when that happens. You get a double air horn pull right there, yeah boy. Yeah, I'm gonna say attaboy, yeah boy. Yeah. Look, how did I do it? How about the question is why? Why did I finally come around to do it? Because the why is so much more important. The how, so you're asking how, but we don't want to start in the strategy. We don't want to start in what did you do? No, we don't want to do that. You know what we want to do? We want to be able to, Jose is like, oh, you got it. You want to start with the vision. The vision will help. It was the vision. Oh my gosh, the vision. The Bible. It's Sunday. I'm going to pull out a scripture, okay? I don't know where it is. I'm not a scriptorian, but it says, if you without vision, you will perish. Whoa. Destruction. If you do not have a vision, Jose, if you do not have a vision, yeah, boy, you will perish. You will die. If you stay in your head, you're dead. Oh, thank you, my coach. What do I do for work? Yeah, I'm a shift worker. I work at a factory. I'm a shift worker. I have a big old pile of shift work. But this is my passion right here, is to be able to come on live with you guys to share with you some of the shifts that's happening in my life. And it's exciting to me because I'm not some guru sitting in an office. I'm sitting in my Kia Forte right now. Outside it's really cold. The Kia Forte is idling, so I've got some. Okay, that's where I am. I was at work, and now here I am sharing with you how to close the gap between your mind and your heart. And when you do that, and that a state of confusion, my friend, I'm in a state of confusion helping you to, I'm in the great state of New York in the United States. Herbert. I don't know, Polygon. Thank you for Jose. Thank you very much. Another double airborne pull for Jose. He subbed in. Look, the good news here is that you can close the gap. You can have a vision, Jose, and that vision. Okay, let me back up. Let me back the train up just a second. The truck, back it up a little bit, because that vision, it can't just be, oh, I want to lose weight. No, geez, I want to be a better dad. No, that's not the vision. The vision, you got to have it be vivid color. You got to have specifics. I'm gonna, better dad. No. I'm gonna be the dad that's gonna be there. My children will see the dad that they need. They need a dad that's going to be there for them. No matter what the crap is that's going on, I will be there for my boy. I will be there for my girl. I have a boy and a girl right now. I'm speaking for me right now. I'm separated in my second chance family right now. I'm separated from them. That's why I'm basically Forte. Here in a little bit, I am going to be headed home to see the. We're going to have a Thanksgiving feast today. Today is our Thanksgiving because I was working over Thanksgiving break time. Now, this is some of the things I teach. You don't have to have Thanksgiving on the day. You can make an adventure for your kids. That's the vision I have, is being a dad that makes it fun. Be an adventurous dad. Have Thanksgiving or whatever. Have Christmas. It doesn't have to be the day of Christmas. Don't be so. The gap is there when you see the kids. Oh man. Oh, the kids are at the X's, and you're stalking your ex on Instagram. And holiday hell is here, guys. And you're stalking your ex, and the picture. Oh. But what if you've already got the plans now to have Christmas on whatever day you're with your kids? Ooh, wouldn't that? There you go. There's the vision. There's the vision, Jose. And then the how is automatic. Our minds are so powerful that when we have that vision, we will not perish as a dad. We will become stronger. And that's, oh man. The good news is here, guys. When you close the gap, when you think in your heart, you will become better. A better dad, a better mom, etc., a better kid of divorce. That Let's start with this. You got to be able to name what the gap is. There's something causing that gap. For me back then, it was blame. Blame was a huge thing in my life that was causing that gap. It could be shame. Shame was there as well. Okay, there were so many different emotions, and we're talking, today is the day to talk emotions and feelings. And yeah, there's a difference. Emotions get kind of stored in the body. Emotions are, we don't even know emotions are happening. There's some connections between the heart and the head that go on that we don't, all of a sudden, the feelings we're aware of. Feelings, we feel sad. We might not know why. And men, men, guys, this is, I'm going to give you a hint right now. Guys, we don't always know the right words to say. We don't want to say that we feel depressed. There's men that are macho. Might feel a little bit sad. We're not going to be depressed. We're not going there, and that's fine. You can just feel a little bit sad, but we sometimes don't have the words to express our feelings. That's a guy thing, guys. We don't have as many connections between the right side and the left side of our brains. Women, they've got more connections, and they can talk about how they feel. It's a natural thing for them. They've got, in general, okay, I'm not saying for every man it's that way. We can learn how to speak even though we are emotionally charged. Let's put it that way. We can. The gap, the gap. The gap happens when you're on the destructive side, the left-hand side. There's a gap. And it can be powerfully bad. When the rage comes out, you end up punching holes in the walls and doing some stupid stuff, saying stupid things, becoming a monster in the moment that you don't want to be. This 3:30 in the morning thing is a good time to be, let's figure this out. Why would that be bad to be a destroyer? I know why. 20 years ago, I punched a hole in the wall and called my soon-to-be ex after I found where she had gone with the kids, some really bad things that the kids heard. And the fear in that woman's eyes stopped me dead in my tracks when I punched the hole and I screamed at her. Hey, I'm not telling you the words I used. It's Sunday. That gives you an idea how terrible of a monster I was in that moment. And I ruined my relationship with my wife and my kids at that time. I only have one child from that marriage that speaks to me this day, and it's not all the time. It's sporadic. The others refuse to. That's how bad stuff is for me from back then. That's why now, and I did everything alone back there, all the shame, the guilt, the heavy load of everything, the almost taking my final exit. I did all of that stuff by myself. So when I bring the message of you're not alone to you, I want you to know, if you've got that gap between your mind motor and your heart going on, you are not alone. Most of us are in that same. I still have times, even right now, I still have times that I have the gap. And I've got to do some of the things I'm talking about right now. You got to name the gap. You got to name what's going on. Why is there a gap? Look at it. It's a mind motor and it's and a heart transmission. There's a gap there. Why? We can name it. For me, it's usually some kind of shame, guilt. There might be some rage. It's going to be some kind of emotion that's causing that gap to stay there. Might be overwhelm. There's an overwhelm that happens. You got so many things that you need to do. Like in my case, there's only so many hours in the day. There's so many things and you get overwhelmed. There's a gap. And then pretty soon you say, well, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to watch Netflix. Me, I've done that. Done that. Get overwhelmed with all the stuff I got to do, and then finally say, "Ah, screw it. I'm just gonna sit down and watch Netflix. Watch the next episode of Landman." I don't think that's even on Netflix. But look, how do we connect the two? And I think that someone asked about how do you do it, and I think that's the first step is to name the gap. Once you know that the gap is there, why is it there? And then it's about curiosity. It's about, you know, the hard part. The hard part's not just naming it. The hard part now is going to how do you change it? How do you go from feeling worthless? Oh man, I've I'm a failure. I've called myself so many bad names to myself. I'm stupid. I'm worthless. I'm such an effing stupid blah blah blah. Right? I don't deserve to have my kids with me. It's probably a good thing they ended up not one. I'm such a burden to people. I can go on and on and on about all these things that I used to think. It wasn't think though. It was feel. It was the stuff that I was feeling and it hurts. Oh, that's the hard part. That's the hard part. Is exposing the gap. But that's the gap. Your mind knows what to do. Your mind knows you need to send a text to apologize, or you know the stuff that needs to happen. Hey kids, I love you. You know some of the text stuff that you should do. But your heart's believing the opposite. Your heart's believing that you're worthless. Oh, what do you do then? How do you do anything if your heart's feeling like that way? Even if you don't believe it, here's something that you can say to yourself right now. My mind knows what to do. Say this along with me. My mind knows what to do. My heart is learning to believe. Ooh, my heart is learning, is starting to believe. The gap is starting to close. Oh, I'm going to get it into gear. Do you see? Do you see what's happening there? It's a way to be able to go from stuck because you're in neutral. That gap means you're in neutral and you're not going to go anywhere. Just that's the first shift. Is to begin to believe that you're something different. Can you do that? Can you do that? And if you can, that little desire, there's power in there. There's some fuel there. It's like starting the engine, right? It starts out with the batteries from a cold engine, a cold diesel engine. Going to start out with giving you an idea. But you got to take the key, you got to put it in, you got to start. That's the electrical part, turning the motor. And then pretty soon the fuel goes, and then the engine goes, boom, and starts running off diesel rather than that electrical from the batteries. Ooh, that's the start to believe part. That is right there. That's the first shift. I don't even have that. I have that shirt on underneath. I've got one that talks about the make that shift happen on my sleeve. That's the undershirt I have. Make that shift happen. First gear. You don't want to try to put it into eighth gear. I've done that. Oh, don't make the list. Just one thing. Name the one gap. And then begin to believe that you can do something different that will make a difference. Not 1,000 things. One thing. One thing. Send the text to your kid. Man, my daughter, I love you. I appreciate you. The one daughter that I still speak to, she saved me from being homeless. She sent me a bus ticket so that I could not be homeless anymore. That's what she did for me. She's the one that I still talk to. I'm supposed to be the one saving her, and she saved me. So this, in some ways, this live right now, I dedicate to her because she saved me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here doing what I do to help you guys, help you close the gap, help you to become a better dad, a better mom. You're not you're not awake at 3:30 in the morning by accident. If you've come to this live and you've subscribed and I see some of the hearts go, you're not here by accident. You were inspired. You saw this something different from a guy that's been through the shift. And this one I do. This is turning breakdowns. As I break down sometimes into tears, and those breakdowns end up becoming breakthroughs. I don't know if you can see that. So breakdowns on the left into breakthroughs on the right. You do that by closing the gap. You close the gap, and you can turn your own breakdowns into breakthroughs for your kids. Don't wait for your kid to have to save you like I had to. Don't be homeless like I did and then have to be saved by your kid. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm giving you the tools to be able to close the gap. You can save yourself. Man, I didn't know I was going to have this kind of reaction. Your mind works with logic, okay? It's very powerful. Very powerful, the stuff that can go on up here. But if it stays up there, it's not going to go anywhere. You got to add the passion. You got to add the good stuff, the emotions that you can. And once you have those kind of feelings, you can direct them. Because once you close the gap, oh, and that's why you're seeing me come on so often. That's why you see me doing stuff that I've never done before. By this time, any other thing that I have started, I have already stopped and quit because somebody might have said something bad. I might have done, if I get a live, I sometimes have lives that nobody comes on to still. The old me would have quit by now. But I have a vision. I have a vision that there's going to be 1 million of us on this very channel right here. And we're going to keep helping. We're going to grab those that are feeling alone. We're going to grab those that have the gap between their mind and their hearts. And we're going to help them to close the gap. We're going to do it in a convoy style. We're going to do it together because you know what? Together, life is so much better. Man, believe me, I tried to do it alone back 20 years ago, and it sucked. It sucked big time. It's so much better now to jump on these lives and see that I've got some thumbs up. I've got some folks that have subbed in and said, hey, I love this, they say. I'm going to keep doing it. You just got my vision. I didn't say $1 million, okay? I don't care about the money here. I care about 1 million lives that can be touched. 1 million of you that might need some grace. I was born on a Wednesday, okay? I'm a child of grace. I've been through the crap. You know what that means? I believe in second chances. I believe in you. I know that you have the power. You have the power to close the gap like I'm doing. I don't have it all figured out, okay? I just know that when I do close a gap, and I have times that, man, things go great, no matter the stuff coming at me. Man, I love you guys. I'm losing my voice. I don't even know if I have a drink in here. Let me see. Nope, empty. Yeah, empty. But this convoy is going to get big. And I appreciate you guys jumping on with me. I do this from a a servant's heart. I've always said I have a servant's heart. And I think you guys are beginning to see and feel. And I get animated sometimes and I get excited. I do. That's just me. But when it comes down to it, to closing the gap, man, that's some serious business. If you're serious, if you're serious about it, hit the sub. Jose did, and he's telling me I'm on track. Thank you, Jose. Thank you. I feel that. I feel because what Jose is doing, he's fueling me right now. Did you see that? I don't know if you see that. Jose is. I'm trying to fuel you guys. You guys don't even know it by showing up and by some of the comments. It fuels me. It helps me. I've often said I do these things for me. I do the lives. It's kind of selfish, right? But I need to grow. I need to close the gap more often. I spend some of my time with the gap wide open and my mind going crazy in a negative way. I do need to grow some hair on my head. I tell you what, it would be so much better because I have to cover my head when I get out. I have to do this to keep the heat in, okay? I would like that would be great. Is there a way to have all this hair just magically appear up here? I have not tried anything to do. I think bald is beautiful, so I have not done any of those things. But I appreciate you. Is it Irving? Man, Irving Jorge? Yeah, I have not. No, I kind of like the bald look. That's just me. I've been bald since I was, I don't know, 30 years ago. 40 years ago, the hair started, I mean, when I was 20, this thing was receding, and pretty soon, back before it was even a thing, I was shaving the head all off, and yeah, that's me. That's me, and so that's what you get, is bald-headed, the unibrow and the chip tooth, all of that stuff. But hey, it's not about what's on the outside, guys. It's about what's on the inside. And if we can change, here's the thing, just right here. Closing the gap is work on the inside. It's work. It's uphill. It takes energy to do this. Ooh. But you know what? Grub! Grub! Oh my goodness. Grub, I haven't seen you for a while, man. Thanks, Grub. I are you you're on the west coast. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, right, Grub? Man, I am all good, my brother. It probably feels like, oh, hey, yeah, hey, buddy, yeah, exactly, man. You just made my day right there. Yeah, hey, Irving. Oh, trash, inside and out. Ouch. See, you say those things. Ooh, Oregon, yes, Oregon. I know Oregon. Hey, I've been through Oregon, lived in Oregon on a little, yeah, we won't go there, but yeah, I know the area. If you tell me a town, I bet you I know exactly where you are. But in any case, this brother, Irving Jorge, trash inside and out. Ooh, be careful of your language. Be careful of your language that you use. Oh yeah, Eugene. Yep. Know exactly where it is. In any case, uh, man, saying that you're trash on the inside and out. I talk about the ugly mug, okay, and I'm kidding about it. I know that I'm not the most good-looking fella ever. Grub, and we know about that, but it's not about. It's like the Lord. This is Sabbath day, okay? So I'm going to talk about where the Lord doesn't care. He wants us to be clean, okay? I take my showers. I have some cleanliness that goes on for me. The Lord looks on the heart. The Lord knows that I'm back. I left God for a while. I got so angry I blamed God, I blamed my wife, I even blamed me. Okay? And the blame, Talk about widening the gap between your head and your heart. Blame game will do that. It will, so will anger and hate. It will widen the gap, and you will stay stuck. I stayed stuck for a decade, guys. A decade. And I'm bringing my shift, the 4-letter word, from the past so that you can make the shift, the 5-letter word. Shift it into gear, granny gear. Close the gap. Put your heart transmission into gear. Use the power of your mind motor. Your mind motor is built for the long haul, and then that gets you going. Grub, man, I know. Blame. It's tough. You're in a tough. I know, Grub. Blaming, but you want to take a step back from that. Blame is what's widening the gap for you, Grub. We need to get some. You want to email me, Grub? You want to email me? We can have a private conversation. I would love to do that with you. You're my brother. And in fact, any of you on the live that wants to contact me personally, I think my email is in my bio. If it's not, it's simply mike@divorceddad.support. That's it. Mike@divorced. It's going to look funny because there's going to be 2 D's in a row. divorceddad.support. And then you can email me. I'll see the email, and we can personally go back and forth. I would love to help you, my brother Grub, man, because I know where you're at. Got it. I'll look for that email from you, Grub, and let's connect. I would love to have some personal time with you, Grub, just to help. I know exactly where you are, blaming yourself, trying to get past it. And the language right there, Grub, if I can help you with something right now, if you can start to, you're ahead of the game, my brother. You're already ahead of the game because you know that you're blaming yourself. And what I'm going to tell you is, if you're doing that, and I know you've got a really good heart, Grub. I can tell that. We have not spoke, but he's been on some of my videos, and we've chatted back and forth. And Grub is the guy who's like, man, get that grill fixed. You know, he says some stuff. He's like, come on. And I love this brother because he's direct. He's honest. That right there, Grub. If you can, what you're doing is blame. Let me give you this. Blaming is, yeah, exactly. Blaming is a passenger seat activity. Responsibility. Oh, see? If you could change that blame to becoming responsible, because response, able, means you're able to respond. When you're in the passenger seat, all you can do is react. All you can do is blame. All you can do is you don't have any controls. You're not able to respond from the passenger seat. You're along for the ride. Ooh. So if you somehow, Grub, can change that one word blame to responsible. Ooh. Just that one word change. Here's what oh man, I just thought of something. My coworker Tyler. We were talking about somebody's got some bright lights going on over there. Ooh. Tyler talks about depression. He's fought depression all his life. And I think Grub, I may be mistaken, but I think maybe you probably experienced some of this along with me. I'm not the only one. Tyler's not the only one. Men have trouble talking about being depressed. I come from a drill sergeant dad, okay? He's never depressed, you know? Be a man. Come on, grow a pair. You know, don't be crying. Don't be showing any emotions. Here's the thing about emotions, guys, especially depression, especially if you're blaming. I think blame and depression comes together. or at least pretty close. Yeah. Oh, Grub, man. Here's the thing about it. If you can see these things, Tyler said this. He used to be overweight like I was. He said the worst thing for him was looking in the mirror. He couldn't look at himself in the mirror. That's a good test. If you cannot look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, ooh, ooh, you've got some work to do. And here's where it starts. We justify that. Yeah. Drill sergeant in the Army. Ooh, Grub, are you saying that your dad is a drill sergeant in the Army as well? He's never around? Oh, oh, my dad was a drill sergeant in the Army. Yep. Oh, man, we do need to connect. In any case, back to Tyler. Back to Tyler. He said this. He said, when he looks in the mirror, when he was at, gives me depression. Gives. He said gives. And I'm like, whoa. And I stopped him. I said, what did you just say? He said, it gives me depression. He doesn't even know that the language that he's using is powerful. Because he did not say, that makes me depressed. And we get so many people that say, that makes me so angry. Ooh. That's left hand. What Tyler did when he said gives, it's a gift. What I want you to know, Grub, right now, it's a gift. Depression is a gift. It's a message. When you blame, there's a message. There's a reason for it. Oh, man, it's exciting then. Because what happens, you got to be able to remove yourself from being in that emotion, that feeling. And when you can, that's why metaphors are so powerful. That's why thinking about the mind motor and the gap and the heart transmission is so powerful right now. Because you can take, and Yaboy says hi again. Hey Yaboy, did I miss something, Yaboy? I know you're still here. I'm still here. Man, to me this is so good. Because I'm talking about grace, I'm talking about second chances. And I think, Grub, you and I have like similar pathways that we, I've finally made it over the hump. Talking about Wednesday being a hump day and getting over the hump and on the other side. I feel like I'm that way. And Grub, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're on the uphill climb. Man, you know, that's what makes this so beautiful, Grub, my brother, and Yaboy and Jose. It's what makes this so beautiful is that I'm here to say, let's go. And I can show you about how to see depression once you see depression as a gift, game changer. It's a huge game changer. It is for me. Very tough climb. And what I just gave you, I hope, will make it easier when you grab that concept for yourself and put that in. You're gonna have to use the batteries to start that mind motor on that idea, because the gap, it will stay there if you just let depression stay in there and not name it for what it is. It's a gift. It's a message. It's a dashboard message with a yellow light saying, check the engine. That's what depression is. It's a message. It's a dashboard message saying, check your engine. You can either get some diagnostic tools to say, what's going on with this? Why do I feel so sad? Oof. I can tell you why I was feeling so sad. It's because I was believing that I was worthless. That's the title of this, right? I put about talking about worth right here, right? And we feel worthless at times. Ooh, that's why the depression is so powerful. But it's a liar. Depression is a liar. We are not worthless. If you realize, if today's Sunday, God didn't make no junk. Okay? God didn't do that. God made us powerful. We have powerful minds. We only use about, I don't know, 5%, not even 5% of this power. Oh, maybe we need to learn how to harness that power, close the gap. And as God said, as a man thinks in his heart. Oh, we're gonna 3:33 p.m. today. We're gonna take a deep dive into that one. We're gonna take a deep dive into the Hebrew and the Greek and talk about all of that this afternoon. I'm going to leave that all for this afternoon at 3:33. But right now, Grub, I want you to know I'm with you on that climb. You email me. All you got to do is say, "Hey, this is Grub," and to the email that I think you said you got it. Send me an email. It goes for anyone here. You want to email me that? I've got. Here's what's happening right now. I'm putting together what's called a Power Pathway program, and you guys are going to help me build it. Okay, Grub, I want you to help me build that program. Yeah, boy, I want you to help me build this Power Pathway program. It is going to be powerful because God is going to be part of it. Science is going to be part of it. We're going to grab everything. We got to have the science, guys. Most people say you can't have God, you can't believe in God and science. No, I say you bet your ass you can. Stick with me, because the things that are happening now in science with the neuroscience, they're finding out it's just like what the Bible says. God designed us in such a beautiful, beautiful way. He designed us to have these emotions. And these emotions happen without us even realizing it. Ooh. Join me in about 11 hours and we will do that. Oh man, I get excited because I'm a science nerd, but I also have religious background. So when God called me to do this, to help people not, man, you're not alone. God called me to take this simple message to the world. That's why I come on here. I'm closing the gap because God called me to do it. I believe in second chances. I believe in God. I believe in you, Grub. I believe in you, Ya Boy, Jose. Man, I believe in you guys. Someone else is talking about trash. Who said that? Irvin Hortige. You're not trash, man. I believe in you. I believe that you're treasure, not trash, my brother. We all have treasures inside. Sometimes we got to take the work to dig down deep and find the treasures. We do that when we can close the gap and we connect our mind to our heart. Oh. Soul science today, guys. I've more than lost my voice. Can you hear it? I've gone on for almost an hour. Man, I love you guys. I do. And gals. I don't know. I think this is mostly guys here that I'm seeing in the comments. I appreciate you guys being up at 3:33 in the morning. Man, that fuels me. I love you guys. I gotta jump off here. I gotta go find me something to drink. And I'm not talking alcohol either, man. I'm not talking no drugs, zero drugs. I talk about, you know who the best drug dealer there is? God. God designed us. God designed. Oh man, Jose, thank you for the love. God designed us to have an interior drug delivery system. I've talked about it before. Here's a good spot for you to realize. Man, good night. Good night, Grub. And you have a great night. I've got more stuff to do. I'm an overnight worker, so I'm fired up. I got some more stuff I'm going to do. My office is going to open up in 30 minutes, and I'm going to be using. Oh man, I got some stuff to do. Oh, I've got some good stuff to do. Man, I just love you guys. But God is the best damn drug dealer there is. He designed us to have the best drugs. Get some of that hug drug. Hug your kids. Next time you see your kids, get some of that oxytocin. That's the hug drug. God designed us to have that. And when the kid latches onto you, do the Disney hug. You hug that kid until they let go. Yeah. And you whisper in their ear, man, I love you. Love you guys. I'm out. Time well spent. I know your guys' time is precious resource. I try not to waste it. I feel like this time that we've spent has been well worth it. I will enjoy my coffee, Jose. I do enjoy my coffee. Love you guys. With that, this has been time well spent. You are treasures out there, my friend, my brother, my sisters. You're not trash. You're treasures. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the in 11 hours. You betcha, 11 hours. Man, I can't wait for it. I want to keep going, but my voice says, oh, you better stop. Love you guys. Good night.